The wheels of justice may spin slowly, but they do spin. The recent arrest of Duane "Keefe D. Davis, a name that sends shivers down the spine of hip-hop fans, is a testament to this fact. In the late summer of 2023, Las Vegas police apprehended Davis in connection with the drive-by shooting of Tupac Shakur back in 1996. This arrest followed a raid on his wife's home, where various items related to the murder investigation were seized. The ghost of that infamous night has been stirred, and the echoes of the past are reverberating through the hip-hop community once again. Keefe D, the man in the spotlight, has been a person of interest in this case for years. Known for his involvement with the Southside Compton Crips gang, his name has been intertwined with the unsolved mystery of Tupac's demise. His arrest has not been a quiet affair. It has stirred the pot, brought back old memories, and revived the quest for truth and justice. In a shocking twist, Davis himself admitted to his involvement in the shooting. His confession implicated his nephew, Orlando "Baby Lane" Anderson, as one of the shooters. Anderson, however, denied any involvement and was later killed in a separate shooting. The web of crime and retaliation is woven tightly in this tale, making it a labyrinth of intrigue and unresolved questions. Davis's arrest is a significant breakthrough in a case that has frustrated investigators and the public for decades. The last living witness to the shooting, his testimony could potentially unlock the truth behind the infamous night that claimed the life of one of hip-hop's brightest stars. Keefe D's arrest has reopened the wound of Tupac's unsolved murder, and the hip-hop community is on edge. This arrest has sparked a renewed interest in the case, and as the investigation unfolds, we can only hope that justice, though delayed, will finally be served. Let's rewind to 1996, a year that will forever be etched in the annals of hip-hop history due to the tragic death of Tupac Shakur. It was a time of intense rivalry in the world of hip-hop, with the East Coast and West Coast scenes at each other's throats. At the heart of this feud were two of the biggest names in the industry, Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. Their public and personal confrontations were well documented, creating a tense atmosphere that would eventually lead to a tragic end. On the fateful night of September 7th, Tupac was in Las Vegas, having just watched a boxing match at the MGM Grand. As he was leaving the venue, a white Cadillac pulled up alongside his vehicle. A hail of bullets followed, hitting Shakur multiple times. The assailants sped off, leaving behind a scene of chaos and confusion. The shooting sparked a whirlwind of speculation and suspicion. Many fingers pointed towards Biggie Smalls and his associates, given their well-known feud with Tupac. The Las Vegas Police Department, however, struggled to find concrete evidence to bring anyone to justice. In the aftermath of the shooting, Tupac was rushed to the hospital, where he fought for his life for 6 days. But on September 13th, the world lost one of its most influential voices. Tupac Shakur, an icon of hip-hop, was pronounced dead at the age of 25. The murder of Tupac Shakur sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and beyond. It was not just the loss of a talented artist, but a stark reminder of the violence that had become associated with the industry. The feud between the East and West Coast scenes had reached a deadly climax, leaving a void that would never truly be filled. Tupac's death was a turning point in the world of hip-hop, and the mystery surrounding it has never truly been put to rest. Keefe D, a member of the Southside Compton Crips gang, was more than just a spectator in the tragic saga of Tupac's murder. Keefe D, born Duane Davis, was deeply entwined in the feud that culminated in the notorious drive-by shooting in 1996. Davis has openly admitted his involvement in this tragic incident, shedding light on a mystery that has haunted the music world for decades. But Davis's story adds another layer of complexity to this tale. He claims that Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, offered him a staggering $1 million to kill Tupac. This allegation, if true, implicates one of the most influential figures in hip-hop in a murder plot. It's a claim that sends ripples through the industry, challenging our perceptions of these iconic figures. However, Davis's involvement didn't end with merely accepting a supposed offer. Prosecutors allege that he provided the fatal weapon to the passengers in the white Cadillac from which the fatal shots were fired. One of these passengers was his own nephew, Orlando "Baby Lane" Anderson, who, according to Davis, was one of the shooters. This revelation paints a chilling picture of a man who was not just an observer, but an active participant in the violent rivalry that claimed Tupac's life. Davis's admission brings a new dimension to this infamous crime, providing a rare glimpse into the dark world that lurked beneath the glitz and glamour of 90s hip-hop. It's a narrative that raises as many questions as it answers, leaving us to grapple with the stark reality of violence in the music industry. The arrest of Keefe D is a significant step towards uncovering the truth, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the dangerous game that was being played behind the scenes. Keefe D's role in Tupac's murder is a chilling reminder of the dark underbelly of the hip-hop world. The arrest of Keefe D is not just a matter of justice for Tupac Shakur. It could also spell trouble for some big names in the hip-hop industry. Indeed, the implications of this arrest go far beyond Duane Keefe D. Davis himself. The hip-hop world is abuzz, speculating on what this could mean for other figures who were prominent during the 90s. One such individual is none other than Sean "Puff Daddy" Combs. Keefe D has openly claimed in interviews and a book that Sean Combs offered him $1 million to kill Tupac. Though these allegations have been around for quite some time, with Keefe D now officially arrested in connection with Tupac's murder, they take on a whole new level of significance. The law enforcement agencies might take these claims more seriously, leading to potential legal problems for Combs. But the implications don't stop there. The arrest of Keefe D could also open up a Pandora's box of further arrests and revelations. The feud between Tupac and Biggie Smalls, and by extension, the East Coast and West Coast rap scenes, was a complex web of alliances and rivalries. Keefe D's arrest could pull on one thread of this intricate tapestry, unraveling a host of secrets hitherto buried in the annals of hip-hop history. Moreover, this arrest could potentially reignite the investigation into the murder of Christopher Wallace, aka the notorious Big, with Keefe D being one of the last living witnesses to the events surrounding Tupac's shooting. His arrest could shed new light on Biggie's unsolved murder as well. So as we can see, the arrest of Keefe D could lead to a domino effect, causing a series of events that could shake the very foundations of the hip-hop world. This could mean a reckoning for those who have, until now, evaded the long arm of the law. The arrest of Keefe D has sent ripples through the hip-hop world, and it's likely that we haven't seen the end of this saga. The arrest of Keefe D brings us back to the tragic night of Tupac's murder, and opens up a Pandora's box of questions. As we wrap up this deep dive into the labyrinth of Tupac's murder, let's trace our steps back through the key points we've discussed. After a long wait of 27 years, the arrest of Keefe D, a name synonymous with the Southside Compton Crips gang, and the infamous feud between East Coast and West Coast rappers, brings us a step closer to the truth behind Tupac's murder. Keefe D's involvement in the case is not a new revelation, but his arrest has undoubtedly reignited interest and intrigue. He has not only admitted his involvement in the drive-by shooting that led to Tupac's death, but also implicated his nephew, Orlando "Baby Lane" Anderson, as one of the shooters. This confession, while not new, has been thrust back into the spotlight and adds a new layer of complexity to an already convoluted case. The arrest of Keefe D also has far-reaching implications. Among those potentially affected is none other than Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy. According to Keefe D, Combs allegedly offered him $1 million to kill Tupac. If this claim holds up in court, it could have serious consequences for Combs. The road to justice in Tupac's murder case has been long and winding, with many twists and turns on the way. The arrest of Keefe D is a significant milestone on this journey. However, it's important to remember that this is not the end of the road. A trial awaits, and with it potentially, more revelations and perhaps, at long last, some closure. As we await the outcome of the trial, one thing is clear. The hip-hop world will never forget Tupac Shakur, and the quest for justice continues.